I've been using a financial planner for a couple of years now and I'm finished with one. Ooh. So in today's video I'm setting in a brand new notebook up for it with fun little trackers and all the fixins. Let's go ahead and get started. There's lots to do. I got this journal on a raffle in the Scotland's Planner meetup. I do like these Scribbles That Matter journals, especially since I'm in Europe and it's not easy to get some of them. I used the bullet journal for my financial journal before, but didn't use all the fun little trackers, so thought this time it's going to be perfect to do just that. I used a little sticker just to put something on the cover, as this kind of bright gray is not my favorite color, but you know, I can't really complain about it. It's still a fun, great journal and I did choose it. I thought long and hard what sticker book I should use for these trackers, as I do, and thought maybe this Office Chic would do, as it's kind of related. It's certainly been brought to my attention how I don't have many of these budget stickers, which is a shame. Bit of a gap in my sticker collection. I settled with these sheets as they had a nice pastel-y palette, and I've already used them for a spread as well, so there are leftover ones. But these first couple of pages, I actually love that they had these lined couple of pages, as I can use them for my income and expense for my job. I'm self-employed, so I have to track my salaries and then my work-related expenses and pay my own tax, so these couple of pages will be great for that. I still get paid every month though, so this is enough space. Of course, sprinkled some stickers here and there, found matching highlighters. I just recently purchased these Tame Mile liners and I'm obsessed with them already. They're such pretty colors. I found some matching washi too, and I think I'll go with this as a theme for now. Next page I'm making is just for a little bit of fun, and it's these graph trackers for my income and expense. And while the other page was for the work expense for my accounting, this page is really just for fun to kind of compare how much I've earned that month and then how much I've spent. I always count how much money I've spent in a month, so this will be interesting. I'm usually in deep denial if it happens to be more than I've earned and I have to dip into my savings. Next page is a sort of a year in pixels page, and I've recently became obsessed with making them for my every journal. I can't wait until the year is over and I can make even more of them for books and mood and whatever. Starting journal in September, even though I'm a tad behind, but I can still go through my statements and see how much money I spent that day. I found matching dot markers and selected kind of similar colors and decided to mark it as no spend, less than £10, £10 to £100, and more than £100. I think this should be interesting enough, and I hope it'll be in the bottom two categories for this. No spend or under 10. We'll see. Next we have a savings page, and I thought first I'll do it as a year in pixels kind of thing as well, but it didn't make much sense as I'm not depositing much every day, more like when I get paid. So I thought instead I'll just make this into a page of a general idea what I deposited into my savings. I never used to track it before, and if I did, it'll be what I initially put in, but I'd like a space in my journal to just dot down at the end of the month how much I managed to save. I think it'll be a good exercise to do that to bring a bit more awareness into it. Next we have these two pages. One is a yearly expense and one is a monthly expense, to keep track of all my subscriptions and my constant money coming out, like rent and bills and bits like that. I'd like to know each month how much I have just coming out of my account, and then can build on that with other expenses that can vary. More importantly, I want to go through all my subscriptions and see what's due every month for yearly renewal. I usually tend to go for yearly renewal as it's that much cheaper, but then I don't want to just be blindsided by the expense. This is fun app subscriptions, but also things like car insurance and my dentistry fees and things like that. Next page is my financial goals. I've never actually set myself a financial goal before that wasn't like try and not spend too much on stickers, but I think this will be a good place to actually reflect how much I want to have in my savings, and also maybe even jot some stuff that I'm saving for, like how much the items would cost and things like that. If you set financial goals, please let me know, as I can only think of a couple. To go with this page, of course, have to have a fun savings tracker. It's almost that much more rewarding to be able to tick something off. I thought a good savings target would be £10,000, so made it into a cube, and one cube would represent £100 deposited and saved. Now realistically, I don't quite operate in £100 bits, it's always slightly less than that, so instead I could also divide one bigger cube into quarters and just color one tiny little bullet pointed square. I think this makes it that much more fun, so I can color more without actually having to outline every tiny little square. I'm just using the same stickers here too, just had to fill the space with something, you know. Lastly, I thought it'd be fun to set up what my month and weeks would look like as well. For the first phase of the month, I just put how much I've earned and then try and budget it out, referencing my monthly and yearly expenses, see what's left over, and then consider things like holidays and birthdays and that sort of thing. Ideally, after all is accounted for, I'd deposit the rest into my savings. Best case scenario. For the weekly view, I'd have 8 columns, 7 for the days of the week, and then 1 for general bills and subscriptions that are coming out that week. I do have quite a few direct debits coming out on the first of the month and things like that. I put all I spent on that day here, and then at the end of the week I would categorize it and note everything down at the bottom so I can easily calculate how much each category was worth during that month. Categories like food and home and clothing and of course stickers. Speaking of, I'm using some of the leftover fall leaves from one of the Live Love Posh's fall sticker books for these and another matching washi. I'm quite pleased how it turned out using a combo of stickers and washi, so I might do that for the upcoming months. Are you using a budget journal? Please let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check this one out. That's my fun end of the year financial trackers. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next craft session.